My roommate is a rich girl who likes to throw money around. First day of college, and my roommate tossed $200 into my lap with her arms crossed and said, "Carry my luggage upstairs." My eyes lit up, and I carried all her luggage with enthusiasm. This rich girl was pleased and started paying me to do things for her every day. I thought we had the perfect boss-employee relationship until she handed me her black credit card. Blushing as she asked, "Your lips look so soft, can I kiss them?" It was move-in day at college. When I arrived at the dorm building, I saw a guy and girl arguing. The girl wore a baseball cap and sunglasses that hid her face, but her every movement screamed rich girl. The guy was wearing a faded t-shirt, his posture radiating arrogance. Curious, I moved closer and heard the girl's irritated voice. "Jason, your dad specifically told you to help me with my luggage. Why are you giving me attitude?" Jason's expression darkened further. "Vanessa, I already carried your stuff from the school gate to the dorm building. Are you really so precious you can't take it upstairs yourself?" Vanessa frowned. "But your dad took $300 from me. Is it too much to ask you to carry it to my actual room?" Suddenly understanding, she pulled $200 from her purse, tossed it into Jason's arms, and said imperiously, "I'll pay extra, okay? Now stop arguing and take my bags up." I was stunned. $200 just to carry some luggage? This rich girl was beyond generous. For context, I make barely $400 a month working my butt off at a bubble tea shop. While I was thinking how unfair it was that I wasn't getting this opportunity, Jason's face turned bright red like he'd been insulted. Furious, he threw the money on the ground and pointed at Vanessa's face. "You think everyone cares about your dirty money?" I was about to enter the building, but hearing this, I raced back. Only an idiot would pass up easy money. I hurried over to Vanessa, raised my hand, and said sweetly, "Miss, if you won't carry your luggage, can I help?" Vanessa raised an eyebrow, seemingly indifferent. "Sure, my room is 306. Thanks, girl." 306? That meant she was my roommate. "Oh, actually we're," I started to say, but Vanessa had already turned and headed inside, so I looked down at the money scattered on the ground. Jason misunderstood my hesitation and sneered, "Having second thoughts now? I told you, dignity is priceless. Chase after rich girls like her who have nothing but money, and all you'll get is contempt." I silently picked up the cash and cut him off. "You're annoying." It was already hot outside, and this guy wouldn't stop talking. I wanted to tell him off, but swallowed my words. Arguing with people like him just feels like lowering your IQ. When Jason saw me picking up Vanessa's luggage, he grew even angrier. "If you have any self-respect, don't help her. Otherwise, I'll really look down on you." I gave him a dismissive glance over my shoulder. Whatever. Like I cared about his opinion. When I opened the dorm room door, I was greeted by a stunningly beautiful face. Vanessa had removed her sunglasses and was fanning herself with a small electric fan. Seeing me enter, she tilted her chin. "Just put them in the corner." I nodded obediently. Vanessa stared at me for a moment, then suddenly said, "Actually, would you help me unpack too? I'll transfer you another $300. As she spoke, she displayed her Venmo QR code. Good lord, who said Vanessa's business had nothing to do with me? I, Katie Evans, vow to forever protect this money-throwing rich girl. So I eagerly added her as a friend, then rushed to her with my hands clasped together, looking utterly devoted. "Miss Vanessa, I'm your roommate Katie. Please feel free to ask me for anything in the future. I want to be your most loyal sidekick." Vanessa laughed at my enthusiasm. She looked at me without blinking and said cryptically, "All right, cute sidekick. Looking forward to working with you." Halfway through unpacking, our other two roommates arrived. After finishing a round of her mobile game, Vanessa surveyed the room and suddenly asked, "I don't see your suitcase anywhere?" I pointed to the backpack on my bed and explained frankly, "All my stuff is in here. 3 days ago, when I found out my family wanted me to get married early for the dowry money, I ran away, so I only brought my ID and some clothes. I figured I could buy everything else at school." At that moment, I was incredibly grateful I'd worked at the bubble tea shop after graduation. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have enough for tuition. I didn't think it was a big deal, but Vanessa looked unhappy. After I finished unpacking her things, she took my hand and said authoritatively, "As my sidekick, how can you look so shabby? Come on, we're going shopping." Vanessa took me to the mall closest to campus, though it seemed like I was accompanying the rich girl shopping. In reality, before buying any clothes, she would ask if I liked them. Whenever I said yes, she would buy it without hesitation, always two of the same item in the same color. One for her, one for me. In my entire life, I'd never experienced someone emptying a shopping cart for me. Seeing the store employees struggling with all our shopping bags, I became nervous, my voice shaking a little. "Miss Vanessa, are we going to keep shopping?" Vanessa gave me a surprised look. "Are you tired already? Okay, let's head back to school then." I blinked, realizing Vanessa had misunderstood my concern, but it didn't matter. She had bought me so many beautiful clothes that I felt guilty. Several times I tried to pay in advance, but Vanessa, with her height advantage, easily pushed my phone down while presenting her payment code. The whole sequence was as smooth as flowing water. This strengthened my determination to become her most loyal sidekick. When we left the mall, Jason's father, who worked as Vanessa's family's personal driver, was already waiting outside. After confirming all the shopping bags were in the trunk, Vanessa pulled me into the car, and we sat side by side in the back seat. Mr. Parker turned his head to look at us, smiling. "Vanessa, you bought so much today. Can you two girls manage all this? Should I call Jason to help you?" Maybe it was just my dramatic imagination, but I sensed calculation in Mr. Parker's eyes. The way he looked at Vanessa, like she was something to be claimed, made me uncomfortable. Since private cars couldn't enter campus, and the main gate was quite far from the dorm building, Vanessa seemed about to agree. I quickly leaned to her ear and whispered, "Miss Vanessa, I can handle it myself." Really, selfishly, I didn't want Vanessa spending more time with Jason than